Sorry, move my chair around. Why, hello once again. Is it already that time? More sewing greatness? Already? Unbelievable. Why, hello, family. Today, we're making shorts. Yes. Continuing on the shorts. We left off on the last episode, yesterday, putting on the front pockets. And look at that. Got some pockets. So today we are going to continue making some custom edits, one of a kind, never before seen customization pieces on these shorts. We're going to add in some funky colors. We're going to put some things together. We even going to be able to try on today? I don't know. I highly doubt it. But we will see. So why don't we just jump right into it? I think that sounds good. Allow me to equip my view. How are we all doing today? How is your Friday? End of the week, we've made it once again. Can I get this on? Let's see. Stretch over my giant head. Tuck back some of his hair. All right, all right. How are we looking? How's our view? I think we can see everything we need to see. We looking good? We looking nice? Yeah? Cool. Alrighty, alrighty. First things first. We are going to mark where the darts are going on the back of the shorts, and we will make said darts, and then afterwards we'll get custom and unique and get some cool designs going on. Let's get some equipment that we'll need. Let's see, need some things to mark, need our pins. We'll have some scraps for today for sure. What else? What else? What more do I require? Anything else? I don't think so. All right. Just dropping my chalk instantly. You know what? These are right size facing. I should flip them around and do my markings on the wrong side, because that's where I'm going to be working. Seems logical, eh? Flip these around. Let me try to align this as nicely as I can. Good enough for me. All right, I just need little markers, just rough guidelines to see where this dart is going. Dart, dart, dart. That's one. And two. Excellent. Now, we dart it up. I forget, do I press beforehand? No, I don't think so. So I usually just match up my lines as well as I can, and then kind of finger press just to get my lines marked out a little bit. Okay. So now I'm just gonna do a little stitch from there to the end of my mark. Nice and easy. And I don't think I have the wrong side, so I don't have to take this out like I did last time. Are we instantly sewing? I'm going straight into it? I think so. And how's that looking? Not too bad, looks like a dart to me. And we will press it, and I think it goes towards the inside of the pants, or the shorts. These are not pants, these are shorts. Don't forget. Why isn't that updating? I want my Twitch to be here too, so I don't have to keep always glancing off to the side. But it's kind of like outdated. Refresh, please. Whatever. We move on. I'm gonna start the dart for the other side, but then we'll press them both. And then we get to the good stuff. What we've all been waiting for. Just going to again line these up. Where are my marks here? Okay, I think we got lined up here, so now we will put down the next dart. Perfectly, expertly done. Nice. All right. Now, oh, look who it is. Guten Abend. V Gates. I'm working on a pair of shorts today. Started these on Tuesday, I think. This is way up so far. These are the fronts. I'm going to be adding in a little bit of accent of black here. This is a mustard yellow canvas material, and we're going to have just cool accents here and there. I was saying that the last couple projects I've made, they haven't had quite the flair that I usually like to put into my garments, so I'm getting back to that. Going back to customization, we're getting back to a little bit of chaos. And I might make some changes to those pink pants that I was working on last time too. We might get absolutely crazy with it. We'll see. See how adventurous we're feeling. How has your sewing progress been going, Make Love Work? Or, let's see, Mr. Make Love Work? Or what was I supposed to call you again? Have you made more shirts? Have you attempted pants yet? Did you completely quit the craft and throw your sewing machine out the window? How's it going? The dart looks a little strange. Why are you looking strange? Okay, that's one. If we're all living together, will we be homing with the sewies? I think so. I think we would. Good question. Next question, please. Tried sewing chino pants too. Got frustrated, and that's it in my progress so far. Very good. Very nice. What did you get stuck on? What are you frustrated on? Takes a little time, but once you get through it a couple times, you'll have something you like. And you'll get used to the different steps it takes. There are some things I find, like some steps that are way easier, some that I always kind of get tripped up on or get nervous about. But as I've been doing it more and more, I found that you start learning like what to expect or how to work around some issues you've had. So just give it a little time, you know? You need to earn more sewing XP. And then once you're a higher level, then it'll be easier to make those, you'll make them quicker, but then you earn less XP when you're making those. So then you need to start making something else once you unlock the next tier. What's your sewing level, by the way? All right, we have our darts. And now we get custom with it. Are we prepared? I am. We're gonna go a little bit off the books. We're going to make some cuts. We're gonna change some things. It's really not that much, to be honest. But the way I do it is probably not the best way. Not really the most repeatable, because I just kind of eyeball most things at this point and do something that I think looks cool. So we'll see if it turns out into something that I think looks cool or not. So this is the amount of fabric we have to work with, and it's a ton for what I need and want. And I need to figure some things out real quick. So let's see, we have, this is the left side. So the left side is going to have the black on it, which means we also need the back left, which I think should be this guy. This is the one that we need to cut up a little bit, because instead of it going straight to yellow again, we're going to have a strip of black going down the middle of those two. Kind of like my pants are looking right now. We're going to have a little bit of black separating in between. Huh? Pretty cool. Pretty crazy. Ever seen anything like that ever before? I don't think so. You probably have. Okay. Let's see. In order to do the stunt that I am thinking of, we need to consider the area that we're going to be using for the seam allowance and how much we want this to be showing. It's not going to be huge, So we just kind of visualize here a little bit and see how much do we want this to show. Like, just actually, hang on. Let me get. You're not 100% sure if it's the right size, the part between the legs, where stitches meet, yeah, from the inner legs and so on. Sucks, and there's one layer of fabric that wasn't quite in there. Couldn't get the stitches to separate yet. Too good, fair enough. Yeah, the fit's always weird. Even if you do measurements beforehand, I feel like it's still just not the same until you actually have it done and having it tried on. I would say if it's something you're trying for the first time, as far as putting it together, one thing that's helpful, it's a little bit time consuming and you want to make sure you don't stab yourself. But once you have the front and back panels cut out, you should pin it together and kind of put the pins where the seam allowance should be and just kind of get an idea for how it's going to fit. You can at least get a rough guess on what the fit is like, and then you might be able to make some changes before you sew everything together. That is something that I had done a couple of times in the past when trying out a new pants pattern. But yes, the fit will take a while to figure out, and once you get it figured out, then you will fine-tune it to get it, you know, more specific to what you like. So yeah, it's a bit of a process. But take your time. Don't worry about it. Don't get yourself stressed. It's all about the progress and the process. You got this, pal. Also, the waistband is weird. I don't have a single pair of pants where my waistband is not weird. All my waistbands are weird. Thinking something like that. Just covering a good amount, but majority of it is still going to be yellow. So you kind of see that? It'll be like that. That's what we'll see from one side. And then the other, I'm not going to change. We're going to keep it yellow so that when it joins together on one side, one will have a black stripe, the other one won't. And then at the bottom of one side of the pant legs, maybe on this side, we're going to do another section of black through there to have a cool little accent of it on the other side. I banish symmetry. Even lines, same on both sides, miss me with that. Pattern's missing a centimeter. What do you mean it's missing? Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, good old pan storage baskets, why not? Yeah, I think that's about right. Let's go in to quickly measure this. So right now, that's like 1.5 inches or about 3.5 centimeters. Which I think that's good. I think it's a nice number to follow. Oh, it's actually more like 4. But that's some of the selvage. We will take some of that out. How do I want to do this? Because as you'll notice, we have a bit of a shape going here to follow our curvy hips. It goes up to the waistband. We kind of come out. So we'll need to... I could just get the distance I want on the inside, and I'll get the pattern piece out again to cut out this piece. Yeah. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Well, nice work either way, Make Love Works, and that's awesome to see that you're working on some more stuff and challenging your abilities, leveling up. I needed my GoPro to charge a little bit before I started to stream, and I hopped on the League and played an ARAM. And I got Kog'Maw. Destroyed everybody. Top damage by far. Easy game, easy win. Easy life. No jungling though. Oh wait, what am I doing? Wrong piece, wrong piece. Instructions want you to match the marking supposed to leave the centimeter to fold. Get a clean edge. Oh. Yeah, I hate that. There's definitely been a few times where I have reached out to pattern designers when I notice weird discrepancies like that, or things that just don't make complete sense. Because sometimes they just do the wrong verbiage, or they don't really tell you instructions when they should tell you. So, yeah, definitely been there before. That sucks. Is that too much? Something like that. Sorry, I'm still trying to visualize this a little bit just to get an idea of what I want here. The other thing too, like I never really consider the seam allowance for the places where I'm adding it in, where they didn't exist prior. So that's always a bit of a struggle too to figure that out when you're just eyeballing something like this. Hang on. Stupid auto mod. Send through, I don't care. Nice. Did I finish my Chinos? Yeah, I did. I finished them, but that's kind of what I was mentioning in the beginning. They're done, I like how they look, but it's not really my style. There's not enough going on. It's a little bit too basic for me. So I might go back and customize them a little bit more. But yes, I did finish them. I added a snap on the front for my closure instead of buttons, which is so much nicer, and that's all I'm going to ever do ever again. But yes, pants are together. I've worn them out a couple times. They did not explode and leave me pantsless. But they're pretty basic. They're pretty plain. So I might cut these up and mess with them a little bit. Give them some of that Jay-Z flair. We'll see. But yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. I'm just gonna start making some cuts. Oh, you probably want to see me making these cuts, yeah? I'm not going to use all this, but I'm just going to cut this all out, and then I'll get a little bit more precise with it. Too much stuff over here. previous pants. Previous pants. I don't know if I showed you these before. This is the other pair of pants. This is the same sewing pattern I used before, but this is like a brown linen. Or no, flannel. This is flannel. Very cozy, very nice and warm. I think I finished these. Yeah, I did these before like the holidays and New Year's and everything. I finished these in December of last year. But yeah, that was a fun pair. Once again, single welt pocket, as always. We will also be doing a single welt pocket on these pants, or shorts. I keep saying pants, but they're shorts. They're shorts, everyone, they're shorts. The brown, yeah, that is flannel. And it is nice. Super cozy, super cool. I love them. Let's see. I want... Three-fourths will be in the seam allowance. So roughly there. And what are we looking like down here? Where is my chalk? That's what I want. Keep that in mind. Do you like them? Thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with how they turned out. There's no real scientific way I go about this. I just kind of like guesswork it all. I'm sure there's much better strategies I could do, or like a proper way I should be doing this. But there's no fun in that, is there? Let's see if that's an inch and a half up there. Maybe I want it more like this. And it goes out wider, yeah. Wonder, should I have this be a little slanted to kind of follow the curve of the hips and the seat? Because it goes kind of out and then a little bit down. I have very, very faint lines here. I'm sorry you won't be able to see those, but that will just leave a little bit more of a reveal. A nice reveal to see the excellence. Yeah, I think it's good enough. The hips do not lie. That's true. Let's see, how do I usually do this? If I want to make a seam allowance, I probably should go a little bit beyond. Yeah. Oh, we're cutting. No turning back now. Now can you see it? Now do you see the vision? Super loud cars going by. Can't you see I'm sewing? Ruffians. Okay. So then... yeah, super scuffed way of doing this. There's got to be a better way to do it, right? Like I could mark it out a little bit and then... yeah, I could get way cleaner with it. But we'll just experiment. Let's see. If this is messed up, well, I have more fabric to use. Am I just completely eyeballing it, completely guessing it right now? Yes, I am. Is it madness? Is it insane to do something like this? Sure. Why not? Do I mind? Nope. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Nice and rough cuts. Doesn't need to be clean. That'll be hidden away. Now we get something like this. And I should just measure to see what I cut off here to make sure that I incorporate that back in. So we have the right measurements. But yeah, I think it's about there. Plus what we need for a seam allowance. So if we put these together like so. I'm just gonna pin it real quick and then I'm gonna put it back, see how it compares to the piece I just cut out. We'll get a little bit of precision with it, don't worry. And for anybody watching, it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Okay, so rough idea that that will be the hem. So we'll have a little fold over like that. I'll have it go inwards. And that's the missing piece. What's this? Near perfect precision? Almost exactly as it was? Barely no change to the pants from just eyeballing it? No way. How could it be? Yep, I think that's good enough. I think that works. Did anybody else hear that noise? What was that noise? You don't have to know what you're doing as long as you can take educated guesses on what you're doing. You think I'm making educated guesses? But yes, you're right. I agree. Okay. I think I'm just going to roughly sew this together now. I have a bit of overhang up top, but that is okay. And let's see, what else am I working with here? Ouch. Don't need some of that excess, so I will trim that off once we get it attached. And I'm gonna do a bit of like a unconventional, just random seam in the middle. Not really any exact measurement. Does this one go backwards? Yes, it does. We're gonna miss right there? We might. Let's find out. The seam may be a little small for where it needs to be because, well, that's a point of needing support and all. But I think it will be okay. All right, what do we have here? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Does it look cool? Does it look crazy? Does it look terrible? Let's find out. Are we attached all the way through? Yes, we are. No problem. Perfect first try. I'm gonna press this down. We'll clean up some of the excess that we might have in a couple places here and there. Could have shifted it down just a touch. It's like slightly up, but that's okay. That's all in the seam allowance. Doesn't matter. Ooh, I got another bot. Oh, fair enough. Aw, sorry you're not in a great mood, but hey, that happens. Make love work. Thanks for tuning in, I appreciate it. Thanks for lurking. Sleep well. Gute Nacht. And we'll see you next time. I hope you have a good weekend. I hope you feel better. Take care. And for you, bot, goodbye. Bye, bot. Bye, bye. No bots. We have seam ripped the bot from the stream. Actually, now that that is on, I want to look one more time with my piece that I cut off. How much more did or didn't we add on? We did add on a little bit. Okay. Well, actually, now that I think about it, because I have the piece, I might as well just clean it back up to the original line, no? I'll just cut off this excess. Although some of that did go into the seam allowance, but not all of it. I think I will do that. It's been a while since I've done one of these little custom pieces like this. But I think that is what I would do. I would just cut out a piece and then bring it back in and line it up to kind of get an idea for what it was. And this is how we'll get the final shape of this guy. And this is a touch wider, but again, this is gonna be like in the seam allowance. It will maybe make a slight difference to the fit, but I mean, it's shorts, like, how are you really gonna notice? You won't. All right, take that out of there, and now, got some cool looking sides, and we will leave the other normal. We're looking a little bit like this. That's cool. Let's compare it to the other side too, actually. Just curious. Almost identically lining up on the side there. And how about on the actual side of it? Yeah. Lines up. That works for me. Cool. Customization complete. Now that that is out of the way, yeah, seam ripped. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Fairy Dust. How's it going, lawn mowing, crocheting, purple loving person? Oh, was I not even showing you that all the time? Look at that. Look at that customization. Just add on that little strip right there. How was date night? Date night was wonderful. We went to a new bar, grabbed a couple drinks. We stumbled onto Drag Queen Bingo, which is great. Didn't win any bingo, but played a little bit of bingo. Got some ice cream, came back and made some delicious dinner together. We made some tostadas, and they were so good. Yeah, it was a fun night. Thank you for asking. We start working on the pocket now, right? Yeah. Yeah, Zaker. Okay. Let's see. Where are those pieces? Anybody know where I put those? Anybody see the pocket pieces? Any pocket piecers? Hello? Slowly scanning. Where are they at? I don't know. Where are my pieces? Oh wait, this might be one. Yep, I think this is some stuff up here. Here it is, there it is. Okay, I forgot I put stuff up there. Yeah. Drag Queen Bingo is out of a room full of drag queens playing bingo. No, that is a drag queen calling out the bingo numbers. Yeah, it was fun. They had like little cash prizes and like gift cards to the bar we were at. It was cool. This is the back pocket facing, which I think is what they are calling there, yes. Back pocket facing. This is the back pocket lining. And we're only making one of those, as we always do. Oh, right, but I need to cut this. I asked you people to remind me that I needed to cut this. Nobody spoke up. Nobody said a word. Thanks, people, for reminding me. Very precise cut here. Perfectly done. Okay. Right, there are notches that are supposed to be here, so let me get the notches from this. Where's my chalk? Oh, not the Bible Belt. Oh no. Well, I mean, to each their own. Do you work on any more rows on your shirt yet today? I think you said you were just doing a few at a time. I think I'll probably also do a shorter one today too. Like I'll do a little bit of progress. We're gonna put on one of the back belt pockets. We're gonna put on one of those pockets. And then I am going to head out. I'm gonna run a couple errands. I've recently started a new hobby as well. A little outdoor hobby. And I wanna go do that. I don't really think it's, no, it's not doxing me in any way. I started doing archery. Absolutely no interest in doing any type of hunting. But I've always loved things like Lord of the Rings or like fantasy video games. Always played like a hunter or somebody with like a bow, like some type of ranger class. So now I just go and shoot some arrows and pretend to be Legolas for a few hours. It's pretty fun. It's a nice like Zen thing to do. I've been enjoying the hobby. Okay. I think I can see those marks, yep. And now we'll need to mark the same on our pocket facings. One there, and what's the right side here? Is that right side? Yeah. Yeah. Now we had to run errands and do shopping after work. Nice. It is kind of the day for that, you know? Okay. More lines there and there. And I'll do the same on this one. Boom. And yaha. Okay. Got our lines marked out, so now we can put on the back pocket facings. I have tiny little marks so that it just kind of helps us center these pieces where they belong. Centered on that side. Perfect. And I'll do the same over here. Couple lines like that. And there too, right? Yeah. Don't really need it, I don't think, but just so I don't have to worry about it shifting around too much as I'm working on it, I'm just going to put a single pin in the middle of both of these. Kind of hold it in place a little bit for me. Stay. Don't move. Good. Man, my workspace getting messy already. Clear some things out of the way, shall we? You may go. You may go. Oh, there, I guess. You can go there. And I'm working on new pieces, so you can stay over there. Much better. All right. Back to work. How would archery dox you? Yeah, I don't know. I thought about it for a second. I'm like, no, I can talk about that. as long as I'm not telling you where I'm going to do this. Which that address is at. I don't even know the address. But it's fun. I've been enjoying doing it. Nice reason to get outside, and it's just like pretty calm, peaceful thing to do. What the hell? Oh. I had my iPad propped up over there, and it fell. All right, that's one. Let's get the other one, shall we? Have any fun plans for the weekend, Fairy Dust? Hopefully not doing lawn mowing. You'll be mowing. No! Yeah, it happens. Julian! Mr. Worldwide! Where are we now? What continent are we on? Are we over in Australia? Are we back in Europe again? Where are we at now? How's it going, Julian? Great to see you, great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Welcome. I'm making a pair of shorts. I'm using the same pattern piece that I did to make these pair of pants. And recently I made this pair of chino pants out of this like nice smoky pink canvas. A little bit basic on my side, so with these pair of shorts, I'm getting a little bit custom, a little bit crazy with it. These are the fronts, where I'm putting in a little accent of black there on the back pocket facing. And that back pocket facing is going to line up with a just little black strip that I just cut into the back panel. So they'll kind of meet up like a so. And look something a little bit like that. Pretty cool. Looking forward to those. And we're just putting together the back pocket. We're making a welt pocket on the back. Back home. Oh, nice. Doing some sewing yourself. Ooh, what are you making? What are you doing? What's your project? Diablo's inspiration from all of your travel. So now you're coming back and creating some magic behind the machine. Pair of high-waisted trousers. Ooh. Hey, I actually had a question for you. I was looking at your patterns the other day, and I saw the sizes that you had listed for the, I'm sorry, I don't know them by name, but the pants with the zipper that is kind of slanted, and I think you're using like the hook thing, and then I think it was paired with the like pink shirt with the buttons on the front. The pants, the smallest size, are still quite a bit bigger for me. Like 4 or 5 inches bigger than my normal like waist that I would go for. When I'm changing a pattern that much, I'm a little bit worried that I'm like, I don't know, I find it hard to adjust a pattern that much myself to like cut it down and retrace the line and copy over lines like that. Do you think there's any issue if I were to take the pattern, move it all in the amount of space I need, retrace it and cut it out that way? Like, do you think it would work? My waist size is, I think, like 34. Oh, I think I have ads starting in a minute. Sorry about that. Wow, I've already been here an hour. Have a quick 3-minute ad break. Sorry about that. That's the minimum I can do. My bad, Julian. Let me quickly see though. I always have to look up what my measurements are. I think somewhere around like 32 or 34, something for my waist. You know what? I should just check. I have the materials, I have the equipment, but I think cut the size 40 as a 34-inch waist. Oh, does it? Maybe I just read the pattern wrong. Yeah, I meant like 31. 31, so, okay. The size you see on the pattern is for chest measurements. Oh. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Waiting for these dumb ads to go through. Sorry, everybody. Except make love work. They're just hanging out in bed, watching me sit here, waiting for ads to go through, not having to deal with those. Just laying back going, ah, sehr gut. Isn't that right? You can just nod your head. Don't worry, you don't have to come out of your lurk. There it is. Yes, that's right. And now that it's just, potentially, I would guess, just my German viewer watching, I will reward you with song. Mein Hut, der hast drei Ecken. Drei Ecken hast mein Hut. Und hat... I forget the rest. If my hat doesn't have 3 corners... da da da... Das nicht mein Hut. Ta-da! How'd I do? How'd I do? That was all from memory from a German class that I took when I was, well, it was probably about 15 years ago. Maybe more years ago. And that's what you get if you're a sub. You don't get that anywhere else. You're welcome. Anyway, back to my regularly scheduled program. I need to look at my pattern pieces again. Are we back? Welcome back from those commercials. Sorry about that. Can't get around it. But that plays every hour. So now we don't have to worry about ads for an entire hour. Now you can just look at me uninterrupted for another 55 minutes and 40 seconds. Are you ready? Okay, I guess I will move in those 55 minutes and 29 seconds. So we have our pocket facings on. And also, thank you, Julian. I don't know if that cut off, but I did not realize that I was looking at the shirt size. I swear I was looking at the right measurements, but I think that does make sense. So I will look at that again. Thank you. What type of fabric are you using for those high-waisted pants, if you're still hanging out? Okay. Sew the back pocket facing to the lining, align the notches, yep. Place the pocket bag against the front side of the back pattern piece. Right. I've never really been great at this portion. A double face suiting. Ooh. Julian always be styling on them. Doesn't matter where they are around the globe, still styling on them. Good for you. I strive to do the same. Okay. We need these lines. To know where our welt pocket is going to go. The last time I did this, I was trying to keep the line straight by like keeping it aligned with a ruler and like folding it back like this. Don't know if that's the best way, but I feel like that's as accurate as I personally am going to get. Also, can I just say that is so sick that I was able to ask a question to the person who made the pattern. A question I had on it. That I love that. That is so cool. Never thought that would happen with a stream. Amazing. Very excited to try that still. It's in the pipeline. Clearly, I've been looking at them. Dandyism challenge. What's this challenge? Are you posting about this somewhere? Where can I see more about this challenge? Also, what was the favorite thing that you ate while you were over there, while you were traveling? I love Europe. I've been to many West Europe countries, but I have yet to go to Switzerland. Feel free to brag and tell me all about your glorious trip you had. You said it was the first time, right? First time out of the country or something, or first time traveling there? First time in Europe or something like that? It's dangerous, you get the itch. It's a slippery slope. Okay, that's not too bad. Can you see my lines there? That's kind of looking well pockety. When I look at the last one, the worst thing about it was my top stitching. But I have a bunch of interfacing that I put in here. like on, I think the pocket lining, maybe they're supposed to be. Yes, on the pocket facings, these pieces are supposed to have interfacing behind it, but we did not do any interfacing. So it's going to be a little bit thinner, but I think that's going to help me not worry about these big like clumps of fabric where my machine kind of struggles to go over. I'm going to go ahead and blame the machine for some of my crooked lines because some things were just sliding around a little bit. The top stitching is, I think, the part that I don't like on it, but everything else is looking pretty good. This is a little bit messed up here on the corners, but as far as the actual fold of the pocket, I think it's decent. I've had maybe a couple better pockets. I've definitely had worse pockets. So we'll see how this one turns out. Still learning on my double welds. Amazing duck at your hotel, nice. So tailored for you 25 on Instagram. Ooh, okay. I will be checking that out. I need to really up my Instagram game, to be honest. I have it created. I have 0 posts, 0 information on it. Because I've kind of just cut back on social media myself in general. Like, I don't really open Instagram myself, but I think it'd be beneficial for me to do so. And when I've talked to the pattern maker for this, the company awarded by me, they were also saying, are you on Instagram? And they were asking about my Instagram info. So I need to get on there. I need to work on that. I also need to work on my Discord. Isn't that right, Fairy Dust? Plenty I need to do. I have issues of getting around to it, you know? I don't always get around to it. I'm pretty low on the round to it's. That is a bit of a saying in my wife's family. So one day I will get around to it. But those are hard to find. Rare artifacts, those round to it's. Beef cheeks in Germany. Ooh. Oh, I didn't know you went to Germany too. Where in Germany did you go? But that sounds amazing. Glad you got to experience it. And to be going for a sewing thing too. Crazy. Okay, get our lovely, perfect, completely straight lines copied over. Done. Those look about even and right. Where am I going to put the welt pocket? As you know, on this channel, or with my designs rather, I only do one welt pocket. And it's by design, not laziness. Don't forget. But what side are we going to put it on? We have some busy pieces already happening over on this side. So I feel like we leave this and then we bring the visual of the pocket to this side where I'm not putting the black. We're just going to keep it just yellow over here. I think that makes sense. So we're going to have the stripe of black on this side, and then I think somewhere here on the bottom I'm going to cut off this lower part, and we're going to put another black strip of black down here to make the hem be black on one pant leg, or short pant leg. Is it still called pant legs on shorts? This part? What is this even called? The lower part? I don't know what it's called. But we're gonna do that down there. Sound good? Sound all right with you? I need to copy over these guys too from the main pants piece, so I know where the pocket's supposed to go. I already put the dart in though, so the pants are slightly different. Should be okay, right? Constance, ooh, cool. I've not been. One of the new homies that are currently in lurk mode is from North Germany. Wonder if they know about this place. And what their hot take of it is. Is there... Give me 1 second. I want to look at the actual pattern piece for this. I want to see if there are other lines that I didn't copy over that are helpful for lining up the little pocket. Nope. I got it. Got all the lines I get. Thought I would check just to be safe. Let me get a quick sip of water. Give me just a moment. Hydrate, everybody. Little water break. Sip, sip, sip. Quenching and refreshing. Perfect. So, let's see. Yeah, that's slightly concerning that the lines that I marked that I had on the pattern piece are a little bit short. Actually, no, it's not concerning. That makes sense because the dart is here in the middle and it pulled it in, right? Is that why? No, because I did the lines afterwards. Okay. Well, we'll just get a rough idea. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll just line it with the top. But Hobby, that defeats the entire purpose of the lines you just marked. Yeah. It's fine. It'll work. Okay. Place the pocket bag against the front side. It's illustrated. Sew around the pocket marking. Oh no! But I should have done the lines on this side. No! All that work for nothing! What a fool. Right? Because it's right side facing? Yes, it is. Damn. How am I supposed to get these lines then? If I line up my marks I did before. There and there. All right, try it again. Let's get our lines. Oh, it's much easier to see. That might actually bleed through a little bit, but that's okay. In. Much quicker. All right. Well, I mean, the lines could look a little bit better. We're just going to sew around, attach it, and then we're going to cut straight through. No fear. we charge forward. I'm just gonna put a pin again somewhere just so it doesn't move around so much. Let's see if I can just follow my lines too. See how sewing it this way works. Lucaroo! Howdy, howdy. How's it going, partner? I am working on a pair of shorts at the moment. You join me at a time of my least confidence, where I always kind of mess up. This is still something I'm definitely still learning the quirks of. I keep putting these away, but I'm not done with them. Keep them down, please. We like short shorts. Woo! Yes, classic. First one to correct that so far. 2 or 3 streams of doing shorts, and first one to say that. Very good, Luke. Very good. Yeah, those lines aren't the straightest. This is longer on this side than that one. Whoops. Oh well. And I don't really have the center marked, but I'm just gonna start cutting anyway. It'll be fine. It will be fine. What could possibly go wrong? I hope these shorts aren't too short. They might be short. We'll see. See, when did I see you last? I think I was still working on my jacket. I kind of shelved that project, even though we had genius ideas about hiding tactical things like tactical candy, I thought we decided. But, I don't know, I just wasn't totally feeling the project. So, decided to scrap it. Then we were working, actually I didn't scrap it, I put it on hold. I'm gonna go back to it, but I didn't completely finish it. But then afterwards, I made this pair of pants. Not too bad, huh? And now we're just making the shorts, same exact pattern that I used to make these, but shorter. Did you know shorts are just pants, but less panty? More shorty? Okay, now that we have this cut through, feed all this through. This is where we start to make our pocket shape. Very swish. Thank you, I think. Is that a good thing? Or is that a terrible thing? Yeah, it's okay. I have some weird kind of bunching in the corner of this. I might be able to press that out a little bit though. But the pocket will start to look something like that. That kind of looks like a pocket, right? I think that's a well pocket. This is maybe the, let's see, how many welt pockets have I made in my days? I've only made probably, honestly, this might be my like 10th or so. I really have not made many welt pockets. And I think it kind of shows. But that's okay. It is a compliment. Nice. All right. Thanks, Luke. Very swish. So swishy. Swishy swashy. Is that good? Swishy swashy? Yeah, I like that less. All right, can I get these little bumps out of here? Can I see what's causing it? That's the other question. Can't tell if Luke is roasting me or complimenting me. Let's find out. Why are you bunched up? Is it just because of like the corner I made? It's just a bunch of fabric here in one spot. Can I fix that now that it's all cut and sewed? I don't know. I don't think I can really press this out. Bit too much wrinkle going on there. Which means my top stitch won't be all that clean if I can't get it flattened out a little bit. That looks okay, I guess. Not my best well pocket. We continue to learn. Well, as we saw as well, the lines that I drew and then I was sewing on to make the square, it wasn't a complete square anyway. So I think that's kind of where the issues began. So maybe I didn't make these like wide enough at the ends. It probably needed to open up a little bit more. Because if you look at these, I think, yeah, this is a larger well pocket for sure. So I just didn't really trace the lines as well and didn't sew it as open as I should have. That's right. I never use this pocket anyway. It's mostly like a visual thing. Can't remember the last time I used a back pocket. I'm gonna press it out a little bit more, see if I can't get it just a touch flatter. And I don't want to mess with it too much. I don't want to stress out the fabric. It's okay, fabric. You're okay. Good fabric. Good fabric. Yeah. Great job, fabric. Great job. All right, you think it's less stressed now? Let's see. We still have a couple of like things there. I don't really know if I'm going to fix that, or I don't have the expertise to, or maybe the patience to. So I think we're just going to go forward. We progress on. So we're going to do a little top stitch right there, and that will hold this piece in, because this is just like fabric folded over to make that little lip there. So we'll go zoop. We do a bit more. We close up the pocket, and then we do the top stitch all around. Then we put the backs together. We start working on the front. I don't have my zipper, so we will be stopping here pretty soon actually. Put the pocket in, we'll put the backs together, then we switch to the front, we'll do a little bit of work, and then we'll, I guess, stop where we need to do the zipper. You just roasted me. In a rude way. I knew it. I knew it, Luke. No, okay. Good to look it up. Now you know, right? No worries. But go in timeout. You're done. It's over for you today, buddy. I'm kidding. You're fine. Good for you for finding out. And now we know. For that one, Luke, take a lap. Drop and give me 10, take a lap. All right, we are going to make a perfect top stitch. Very straight, very clean, flawless looking. Ready? Nice and easy. Take your time with perfection. All right, let's see. Is it the perfect top stitch? Is it flawless? No. This fabric, RFB taught me that like the canvas on here, the needle kind of falls into the grooves of the fabric and it kind of pushes the needle left and right. So I definitely moved it a bit, But some of these little wobbly points are just because the needle was getting dragged left and right because of the fabric. That's all right. Looks good enough for me. It's no Julian Crates, but that's okay. Not all of us can be Julian Crates. They're probably over there making sewing perfection. And we're over here, amateur hour, with our messy, thready, shredded up fabrics, wrinkled all over the place. But that's all right. Yep, start jogging. Take a lap. All right, now we put together our pocket so that it works like a pocket. We just kind of sew around the edges, and that makes our pocket bag, so then we can put all of our things in the pocket. All the pocket things that we put in pockets. Do you use your back pockets? Dear viewers? Are you back pocket users? If your garments have back pockets? Where's my pedal saw? There we go. I think that's kind of perfect timing as well with when I'm going to stop, because that will give me enough time to go do some archery. Go shoot some targets, pretend to be an elven ranger. That's a storing a can of Diet Coke if I need my keys out. Or the poop bag. Nice. Luke back pockets, that's for sure. If I ever sell garments, don't buy a pair of pants that have back pockets for me, Luke. You probably won't like them. I think you could maybe fit a Diet Coke in there, though. Let me see. Oh, for sure. Oh, easy. Look at that. I think you could get a can and the bags in there. No problem. That will be one of the features that I list on my garments. Holds can of Diet Coke. Or poop bags. Or both. Okay, it does say to zigzag stitch around the edge for this. I normally don't, but the seam I made on this is not great. It's a little bit thin in some places. So let's reinforce it a little bit. Just so it can hold the Diet Coke we're gonna put in this. You want to get an archery, but the clubs around me are sort of one afternoon a week thing. Not a day you can really get off. I just got into it recently. The hobby. I have no interest in doing any type of like hunting or anything, but I've always liked archery in games or movies and stuff, and it's been super fun. I actually luckily have like public places around me that I can go to, public archery ranges, which I'd never seen before, but as soon as I started looking into the hobby, I found them. So that's been really fun. It's a super zen thing to do as well. Been super happy with it. Whoops, that's not the stitch I want. If you can get into the hobby and find a place, I do recommend. All right. Well, now we have a pocket that is sealed up, not going anywhere. No Diet Coke will fall through that. Perfect. And now we... Ah, yes. Well, we're gonna have a bit of awkward top stitching on this. We made the top stitch on the bottom, but now we need to do it around the edges, but I got these lumps here on the sides. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to clean that up. I don't think so. I can kind of see where the issue is right there with some of my stitching. Just made like little lumps. So, don't know how I'm gonna fix it. I'm just gonna go right over the top of it. How do I fix it? We don't. That's the answer. Good pocket. Hey, thanks. Tried it once at a country show and surprised to find it wasn't terrible. Assumed it'd be bad as... Yeah, I'm not great at darts either. I've only thrown a couple times like in random bars or some places, but it's fun. I like random little things like that. And it's not like really too demanding in any way. It's a bit of like an upper arm workout, which is kind of nice. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. I took some classes on it for archery, and besides showing a few tips on like how to hold and how to aim, the instructor just kind of let us go, and that's all it was, is just kind of free shooting for the classes. So didn't really take a ton to learn, or much time to learn. I need to go at least one or two more. and try to line up with that line there where I ended off. How do we look? How are we looking? How are we looking? Not bad. It's okay. Again, the fabric caused the needle to do weird wavy wobbly things. I might be influencing that somehow, but yeah, not bad. Here is that pocket, and here's the last one I did. A little comparison, I guess. This is smaller, which I like the smaller footprint of it. This has like a larger, I don't know, lip. What is this? It's a longer piece to it. But my top stitching I think is a little bit better. This got a little bit wild and went kind of far out from it. And I didn't meet up in the corner. This one, shape is mostly there. Again, it's like bumpy on this side just because of whatever the hell the fabric is doing there. It's getting a little lumpy. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. You look at it from a distance and you don't really see anything. Cool. All right, I think the final thing we'll probably do today is we piece together the back sides so that we'll have the back done. Then next time we'll come back, we'll put the front together. I need to buy a zipper this weekend. Don't let me forget that. And then we'll be able to finish these shorts. Exciting. How do you say that? Blumenek? I don't actually know them. I will check that out. Okay, so you do have interest in the hobby. You should for sure try to find some places to do that or access for that. Highly recommend. I have a 30-pound recurve bow that I shoot. And as far as video game terms go, I'm probably like a level, I'd say like level 15 archery out of 100. Still plenty to go. It's also been fun. You meet all sorts of people that go to an archery range, all ages, everybody's into it. It's a sport for anybody. It's cool. Right. Can do a first quick look. There we go. We got the back of some shorts. Not too bad. Hopefully there's enough for some leg room down there. We're still gonna find that out. I'm not sure. We may have, wow, that was a weird accent. I did not actually mean to let that out. We may have some actual short shorts. We might have, we'll see. I don't even have any like southern background or like nothing. I don't know. I don't know where that came from. It's a seam, top stitch to the front side, left side. Okay. We're gonna do one last pressing, and then I think we're done. We'll do a little bit of cleanup, and we'll call it for the week. I took off last week. I was away. Well, I wasn't away. I was here, but I had some time off of work, and I thought it'd be a good time to take a little break from stream too, think about how it's been going, and think about my projects. And that's what kind of led me to remember that I need to do more custom things. Kind of try my own things to make clothes that I'm like more interested in, and yeah. Like I said, happy with the pants, but it was missing something. Bit of that custom look. So I'm excited with how these are looking so far. Hopefully they fit. Hopefully they work out. Did we top stitch as well? Yes, we do. Okay, we'll do the top stitch and then we'll call it. Just one more thing. Then we're done, I swear, I swear. Four hours later, we're on to the next sewing project. I told you so. Yo. Yeah. I got into real archery. I only shoot targets. I don't have any intention of doing any hunting or anything with it, but I wanted to do some type of like outdoor hobby, and always been a fan of like Legolas and stuff. Trying to be my elven ranger self, but in real life. Okay, that was the last thing, for sure, I swear. I don't know if there's gonna be enough room for the cake. We will find out. We do have the cake to get in here, so I'm not sure what that's gonna look like. We'll see. But yeah, we added a little bit of the black like I was talking about to the back. So that will line up with our front piece where we have this pocket. So it's gonna look like that. That will be the front, and on the side, you'll see that. Then it'll transition back to yellow. Yeah, these are looking pretty sick. Can we see the vision, people? The last kind of little custom bit we're gonna do to this is we are going to add a little strip of black to Hey, sounds good. Thanks for checking in, Luke. Nice to see you again. Take care. And yes, I will enjoy the range. See you next time. And then we're gonna do a little bit of black down there. Only on one side again. So we're gonna have a little offset on this side. Everything else will be yellow. And then we have the black over there with that. Can you see the vision? You see it? You see it? You see it? Yeah, these are sick. Looking forward to these being done. So I can wear them. Now I just need the weather to be nice enough so it's shorts weather. Nice. All right, well, my head's starting to hurt, so I'm gonna take this off real quick. We will do a quick little cleanup here, and then we're gonna call it. Have any weekend plans? Told you so. You're gonna be doing any type of work on your skirt? I'm gonna be looking at the Discord this weekend. I went out to date night last night, so I didn't have time. But I will over the weekend, so catch up on some things, steal your ideas from my Discord channel, maybe work on that as well. Let's see, get our scraps out of the way. Yeah, happy with what we got here. Looking good, looking good. Do need a Discord with homies. We absolutely do. We 100% need it with homies. Okay, I'm a brand new streamer, so I'll have plenty of time, right? I just started streaming last week. It's not been a very long time since I've started, right? Oh, I started streaming 3 or 4 months ago? Wait a minute, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Where's the time gone? Sorry, loud chair. Ah, nice. Ads were just about to start in a couple minutes, so we will end before that starts. And a 2-hour stream, not too bad. Pretty good. Well, made good progress today. We finished the front pieces. We just put the welt pocket on the back. Sorry, we didn't finish the front. We have to do the zipper next time. So we'll start with that. We'll do a little bit more customization. We'll add our signatures and our monograms and all of our fun little custom designs we put on. And then I think be ready to put together. And then we'll be wearing some shorts. How exciting. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I told you so. Thanks for being here. Lucaroo, Make Love Work, everybody else who is hanging out, chilling, Fairy Dust. Always great to see my regulars. And for anybody hanging out in the shadows, I hope you enjoyed. Good luck on any of your sewing progress this weekend or any other crafts you're doing. Hope you all have lovely times, lovely weekends, lovely rests, and all that stuff. Yeah, I think we're about done here. So as we always like to say in these here parts, we will sew you later. Goodbye. I missed my third finger there. Meant to just do 2, but I missed. Something wrong with my hands? Some type of motor skill issue? Interesting, interesting. Okay, bye!